Good afternoon, student. Welcome back to ASEAN Club. I am Didi Ang, and today I would like to promote about the global goal 15 life on land because this is very important and to preserve and diverse restore and promote about the lands and the conservation, sustainable use for the terrestrial ecosystem and also the other ecosystem. Okay, so let's go with the terrestrial ecosystem. So terrestrial ecosystem, they have a forest, deserts, grassland, and mountains. So forests, they have a plenty of rains, able to grow a lot of trees, and there's a Jewish forest that means the loose leaf each year. Desert, what is this? It is the very little rain with very few plants. Grassland is some rain but a lot of grass, not a lot of trees. So terrestrial ecosystem is like how to say the exit of the lands and like tropical rainforests and deciduous thunders and also the coniferous forests are the terrestrial ecosystem. About 28 percentage are they occupied for the terrestrial and 45 are the tropical rainforest. Okay, let's go with the other slide. The next is so human life is depend on the earth, and the earth surface is provide the million of the species, clean earth, and the waters, right? So about our life, not only the in the waters, we need the food, right? So they have as sources of the food and animals, right? Plants are the livelihood or the essential part of our ecosystem. And let's me explain about the tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforest, it means the a lot of rains and a lot of trees, a lot of plants the whole years. So animals and the farms, lands, forests are the habitats of the like how to say the huge part in our daily life and these forests, and the forest provided for the habitats animals, right? But they have four layers and tropical rainforest. The first one is emergence, second canopies, understory, and forest floor. So imagine is the tall tree, insects, birds, and such as butterfly and small insects, right? The second one is canopy, is 90% of the forest, monkeys and reptiles live this environment, and more plants and the insects. So this is the top of the rainforest is canopy. The third one is understory. Understory is not much percentage, but it is some called like human layers. The ferns and the sun mammals are there. The fourth is the forest floor, largest and the smallest animals are there, like the largest that mean like giants or something like that, but they have only 1%. So the most biodiversity marine is the coral triangles. So have you heard about the coral triangles? It is very important to awareness and to protect about the seas and marine biodiversity, coral reef, and the fishery and food security. Every year, June 9 is the Coral Triangles Day. Okay, the next is the ratio of the waters and land on Earth. 30% for the lands and 17 for the water. So have you know about the plant of the life provided 80% for the human diets? Not only for the human diets, they are promote about the plant medicine such as malaria. For malaria, they have a quinine and the penicillin, and others rely on the agriculture and economic resources. Um, the secret of the survival of the Paris plants, such as the hostile, right? Hostile environment, that is 75 to 80% of the Paris biomass, and the plant's materials are the underground. So, what is biomass? Biomass is the earth carbon cycle. Why the 50% of land is protected? There have 7,000 species of the animals are illegally traded. So wildlife action is very important and to protect our species and our food and security, water security, climate change, and the mitigation, that means the reducing and adaptation and peace and security. Every year, 30 million hectares of the forest are lost and degradation to dry lands. Desertification of the 3.6 billion hectares affecting to the poor community. There have five largest deserts in the world. The first one is Antarctica and the South Pole with the 5.5 million square miles. The second one is Arctic, and the third one is Sahara, is the northern Africa and Altus Mountains and the Mediterranean Sea. This is located, and the fourth is the Arabian, is the 900,000 square mile with the Western Asia and Arabian Peninsula. And the fourth is the Gobi, is a 500 square mile with the northwestern and the northern China, south of the Mongolia. This Gobi is the largest in the Asia. Okay, they have nine target in SDG goal 15. Let me explain a little bit. The first one is to restore our terrestrial and the freshwater ecosystem. The second, end of deforestation about forests, and of the desertification about lands. The fourth is conservation of the mountain ecosystem. Five is protect biodiversity and natural habitat. And the five is the six is the gen- genetics, right? Resources sharing benefit. And the seven is the eliminate of the trafficking of protected species. And number eight is a prevent about the invasive alien species on lands and water ecosystem. Number nine is the integrated ecosystem in biodiversity and government planning. Okay, so this is the challenges and solution for the goal 50. The first one, this one is DAF and desertification. The second is loss of the forest for the people home, and the number three is trafficking protecting for the animals. And this is solution combat desertification. We restore the plants and protect habitats and protecting life of our animals from the trafficking. Okay, so let's you see goal number 50, life on land is very important to preserve our life, and to achieve this goal, protecting our natural resources, animals, ecosystem, and forest and biodiversity. So against the deforestation, example, cutting trees, killing animals, forest fires, and eliminating of the trafficking. They have a six quiz multiple choice. The flow or the below link. you can please do it for me. Thank you for attention and see you next week ขอบคุณมากค่ะ